Hey guys and gals, it's been a very interesting 24 hours in space. We woke up around 5 a.m. or so. I saw that the numbers were getting a little off. In the Korean markets, there is a lot of guesswork. A lot of people talked about things like, is this going to be a black swan event? However, it is important to remember that during a bull run, there is always fear. You guys need to know that we will see big changes from up to down and all the way in between, and I don't want you guys to worry too much because we are still in the middle of the season and a bull run, so don't worry too much. Try to stay calm and not let your feelings affect the game at all times. Don't make snap choices. So with that out of the way, we're going to talk about a lot of information and news in this movie. All of you are welcome to the group. My name is Nick. If this video is your first time on the channel, I hope you decide to join by the end. Let's jump right in and talk about some things. First, let's talk about the big changes in the price of Bitcoin this morning. It went all the way down to below $94,000 before finally going up to over $96,000. What I'm really keeping an eye on is, Bitcoin did pretty much just make a higher high. We still haven't seen a nice, strong close above 97.5K. This would mean that Bitcoin is likely to break through $100,000 or more. Right now, when we really think about Bitcoin and see how little it's used, any big move to the upside will see altcoins really taking the spotlight and doing better than Bitcoin, just like they have been doing for the last 30 days. As we take a broad look, HBAR, XLM, IOTA, XRP, Algo, and ADA. In fact, a lot of these projects have been doing much better than Bitcoin and Ethereum. All around, it's been up more than 400% in the last 30 days. Even stranger is the fact that the trade volume for Bitcoin XRP is almost the same. This is crazy to see, but this is exactly why I said that every time we really look at XRP, that 7-year spring will be absolutely huge when it finally does happen. We're right now in that exact same place. Hey look, early Christmas presents, that's what this really is. As we really think about what's going on though, we need to send you guys a strong message. As I've seen many of you complaining about these scams on the channel, I'm just going to let them happen where they may. Ladies and gentlemen, I am doing everything I can. This was shown on X the other day, and it's just a warning for everyone who watches the station. In the comments, there will be a lot of scams. It's really hard for me to keep the comments under control, but I already said that the YouTube comments are turning into one of the funniest places ever. Take a look at the picture below, which shows more than 500 bad words and sentences. But every day there are new scams that try to trick people. Every day I moderate the comments, but there are so many new scams that I can't keep up with them all. Guys, I'm telling you right now that YouTube needs to do a lot better because the number of kids I have to ban every day for the channel is crazy. Even though I work hard, they are still getting through. As soon as I ban 100 or more new comments appear, I'm doing my best, guys. I'm truly sorry. Please keep this in mind. Be careful. Be careful out there, guys. If it's not a saved post, don't click on any link. The saved post is at the top. I'll be the first person to tell you something. You can also click on my name to check out the channel. However, those are the only links you should click on or look into. Ripple also sent out a warning about this, and Garlinghouse is the person who did it. And there are 2 of them in this movie. He's mostly just warning about AI crypto scams. Guys, there are going to be a lot of scams now that the market is getting hot. Just make sure you guys are very careful out there. You are aware of what's going on. If you send them $500, no one is going to send you $1,000 back. They're not going to. Double it. That doesn't take place. So just use common sense, please. Please keep in mind that there are a lot of con artists in this space. So just be very careful. Watch out. You do not want to see a scammer get money that can change their life because of something that was easy to avoid. Just make sure you guys are safe. Let's talk about what's going on with XRP now that we've talked about that. I was right when I said that XRP would drop below $2.40 today. It's clear that this drop was pretty big. Is this going to keep going? Are prices for XRP going to keep going down? Anyway, if we really think about this and look at this chart, it seems like on the 4-hour after having a nice strong wick to the lower, we're kind of seeing the same pattern unfold again. Okay, so far on the 4-hour chart, we found a nice bottom around $2.52. This has now become support. And this pattern looks a lot like the ones on December 1st too, and even this December 2nd candle. The only difference is that it's bigger. That means that the next move will probably be on a much bigger scale, like this, where XRP just completely goes to a new all-time high. For the most part, this is something I would be excited to see. But is this going to happen today or tomorrow? Most likely not. But this pattern looks a lot like the last one, and I think this will start having a big breakout very soon. What could we look forward to seeing if that turned out to be true? We really want to see a candle close above the $2.86 mark on the 4-hour chart. I think the next goal will be the all-time high for XRP once that is, in place. As for XRP, we are pretty much in the waiting room at an all-time high. On top of that, guys, the last few months have been completely crazy to own XRP. There is a lot of talk about a supply shock right now. In this video, we will talk about it, but look at this when we go over here. When it comes to Kospi, South Korea's crypto rise, XRP is in the lead. For those of you who don't know, this is the South Korean stock market. Yes, we are now. This makes no sense to me. In South Korea, the amount of money traded in cryptocurrencies by regular people hit an all-time high of $18 billion, which was more than the amount of money traded in the local stock market. The most trades were made in XRP on the Upbit exchange, which was more than the whole Kospi market and even more than the total volumes of Bitcoin and Ethereum. A lot of people also wanted to trade other coins like Dogecoin, ANS, and HBAR. People have talked about how this event could be the start of an alt season. Alt season is already going on. This isn't just the start of it, where investors move their attention from big cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin to smaller coins that they think will go up in value a lot. It's possible to see that XRP's trade volume has surpassed that of Ethereum and Bitcoin put together if we look at this correctly. In fact, this is on the Coinbase market. Also, we have news from Korea. The trading volume of XRP on Upbit is higher than the total trading volume of the whole Kospi network. This is really cool to see, which is why we've been talking about XRP the whole time. XRP is making history in ways other than just being a big project in this space. Also, it's giving crypto a lot more attention. It basically brings the whole retail market back to crypto. It's funny because everyone thought this is Bitcoin, but it's not. It's really XRP. Plus, it has caused a lot of talk about how much XRP is available. For those who don't know, the amount of XRP in circulation right now is about $57 billion. There are about $99.99 billion in total supply or max supply. This is because a fair amount of XRP has been spent. Are we about to see a supply shock on XRP? That's the big question. How are we going to get to a supply shock? It's mostly because platforms are running out of XRP. From now on, there will be buyers and sellers on both sides of deals. Just to be clear, does a supply shock really happen in this space? In fact, we haven't seen the supply shock for Bitcoin yet. For almost all of these projects, we haven't seen a supply shock. But I will say this about numbers: fear of missing out and when stores rush to buy. If there aren't enough coins on exchanges, the price goes up a lot. In this case, it could be called a supply shock because the exchanges are controlled. My theory is that supply shock plus case settlement plus the start of ROUSD plus retail traders equals price discovery. Right now, the 60-minute session is also coming up. Gary Gensler is giving up his job as head of the SEC. There are going to be a lot of things that will cause XRP to really go up. What is a supply shock? Let's talk about this a little more in depth because other people like Gary Cardone have been talking about it. In this case, it goes back to November 29th. We're running out of XRP for our friends. Someone who wants to thank God will respond to this a lot. The price of XRP hits an all-time high on both Binance and Coinbase, which is the highest it has been in almost 7 years. What does this have to do with anything? Then let's check out how much XRP there is on Binance. On Binance, there are only about 3 billion or almost 3 billion, 100 million XRP. This isn't even up to date. Today is November 2nd. We don't know when this will be changed. That being said, I think there are less than 3 billion. We can see that Binance has about 2 billion XRP right now over here on the XRP rich list. And if we scroll down, we can see a few more blockchain wallets.